Good night. I hope all of you had a fantastic, wonderful day. If it wasn't so good, I hope tomorrow is a better day for you. Just stay focused, do what you got to do, stay true in all you do, and stay focused. Yeah, most definitely stay focused. Make sure you pay attention to your surroundings, so on and so forth. Um, and everything that's going on within the world and everything that's going on, just make sure you stay focused, you pay attention to it, and you take it serious. I want to come on and encourage you all again. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote in truth, not just because of what a political party wants, but because of what something really is. Um, excuse me. I want you to vote in truth. I want you to vote to secure your rights and your freedom. I want you to vote for that. And I have discussed several times, what that looks like. We can't, always use the race card, even though the race card, or I shouldn't say card. I should say we shouldn't use racism as a way to have an excuse to get by doing something or not being held accountable for wrongdoing. We do know that it exists, but the underlining, the foundation of racism is most definitely hate. At the end of the day, it's any type of hate anyone has towards an individual. It doesn't matter if they're white, black, whatever color that they are, whatever race they are, nationality that they are. It doesn't matter about that. The foundation of everything concerning racism is hate. And to not have that in its context, to not be able to identify it within its context would be, most definitely absurd and unlawful, as this country has fought many battles concerning a race, yeah, oppressing those that are not that race, okay? And so we want to refrain from that. And how do we refrain from that is to speak the truth in all things, not just when it, is good for one side. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, if you can't tell the truth about things, all things, then what happens is it causes other things to go wrong, or people to find out a way to do some type of oppression and suppression. And I just don't believe in that method. I gotta agree with everything you say because, we've agreed thus far or whatever like that. I just feel like when you get rid of every loophole, when you get rid of everything that's wrong, then I believe that it cannot be any things cannot go any way but the right way at the end of the day. And I'll just say, you know, without elaborating on that any further, I would just go to say that I know I said it was the last time that I'll be talking about the YSL trial, but I did peep in the courtroom on today, so I must pinpoint some things out. Now, after this, I'm not going to peep in anymore, okay? I'm going to just, because I know I'll be back at work for surely. So I won't even focus on it, right? So here we go. Excuse me. So here we go. I disagree with the judge ruling that This is why I say the defense have to fight as much as Miss Love does, because usually, like, the defense is very respectful, as they should be, and how she has represented and did things have been out of order and have been pampered. I will not deny that at any time ever. And it's no, and because of her actions, should not secure everyone else to do the same thing just because she did it. It's another way, it's a right way to do it, right? Got to, even though she got away with doing wrong. When the judge has ruled on some things, it has been shut down, out the door, some more stuff. When the judge rules on it, she is going to argue to the end, and it's allowed. It's absolutely allowed. It's absolutely allowed. It's allowed, and it should not be. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I can't stress. I still stand by the first truth of 404B. Even though it was within context of what the prosecution was talking about, they had already laid that foundation. So, therefore, because none of those people in the video was going to be on trial either, just that one particular person, so on and so forth, it should not have been admitted. But the defense lost that. They need to watch Miss Love and what she gets away with every time, every objection, everything. And I just won't say Miss Love. I'll just say the prosecution, the state, the team at the end of the day. Because I do feel, I don't know if the judge was just tired today or what's going on, but I do feel like he does pamper her a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this: his ruling still may be the same after I say what I say, and is at the end of the day, it's all good because the truth is going to be revealed at the end of the day. And so, like I was saying, and the reason why I say the truth is going to be revealed tonight, if somebody is being biased and not impartial, then the truth will be revealed at the end of the day. Oh yes, it will. We know how some people can be paid off, whether, whatever category is in, concerning officials of all branches. They can be paid off not to make a correct judgment, so on and so forth. We see that in the Supreme Court with, the Justice Clarence Thomas. Ain't no way. But, well, I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I said, he don't control what his wife do, even though they together, unless some more stuff come up. I don't know. I am going to stick with what I'm talking about here. I listened to the judge today tell Mr. Short, tell Mr. Steele that I listened to him say that the indictment, it did not matter that the charges in the indictment did not match the title of the indictment, which is like saying the RICO charge did not match RICO. Now, I disagree with that. He's saying because it was in the preamble clause, which is the introduction, that it doesn't matter that it wasn't in an indictment. That's, the devil is a lie. But I will say this, because everything, it's important that everything is within its context. Because how would that look if the state was to charge somebody that for a DUI, they got a DUI, but then they put RICO on the indictment, even though they said in the introduction that this was going to be, for this reason, but then they said in the introduction it was going to be for a DUI, but the indictment papers don't match the preamble, the DUI. That's grounds for mistrial. Period. And I guess he's wanting some type of case law because he did say that I can't respect your opinion, but if you come with some case law or something, and this is what happens sometimes. This is what's been created in our Constitution concerning amendments, concerning acts, concerning rights. There was this ideal, such as how he's speaking. He's speaking this. This is, I can't help you even though it don't match. Because if there's no law to back it up. And see, being, just being biased like that will cause someone to do something dirty somewhere else. Because we all know that the title, that the indictment has to match what you're talking about. It does not matter if it's in the preamble. Because, see, you got to have foundation before you have a title. You have to have foundation. You said you was investigating all this based upon a RICO, but RICO is not in the indictment, or maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't look at the documents. It doesn't matter. The title should match the indictment because you indicted before you had a title. Period. It does not matter about no introduction. If there's no case law, then how could one get justice from this? And this is, and I'm telling you, when people don't do what's right, it will come back and bite and possibly hurt another individual down the line that's absolutely innocent, because it gives people the right to stereotype and then connect someone with their narrative, with what they think of this person. And that is absolutely wrong. Either you had something or you didn't. And I just look at how long this case has been going on. How long this trial has been going on. And if you're at 76 days or something like that, maybe 75, I may be off. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, for this case to have went on this long, and the foundation isn't even really solid. It looks like the people that's really, that was charged for it has already did their time or served their time, as I have stated before. So what are you looking for? Let those that really did it get away, and then find a fall guy to make it seem like they didn't get away? Or I'm just, I'm not sure what's really going on here. But just because this is the case, something is terribly wrong. The indictment must match the title, because if it does not match the title, or the title don't match the indictment, you got a problem. That means somebody put a case together and used whatever they wanted to make their narrative. If everybody has served time or currently serving time, come on. So, in a judge's defense, even though I feel like he has been very biased, he may just be asking for case law to back it up. But what if there's no case law? What if there's no case law? Then what? Do these individuals just walk away free? And this is how rights happen. This is how case laws happen. This is how amendments happen, because something was unjust at the end of the day. And what does it take to make something a case law when you're already in court? Nothing but an appeal. But if the judge won't sign the appeal, then what you gonna do? If he's biased the whole way through. Today, he just looked very tired to me. And to tell you the truth, I stand on how he has pretty much been ruling this case throughout. It is what it is. It is what it is. So hopefully he's able to do the right thing going forward. We'll see how it goes. And I guess lawyers and people that know, what to do when they're in a situation like this will know exactly what to do. Most definitely. Um, yeah, it would have to, and I'm no legal, I'm not licensed, I'm not a licensed lawyer, so on and so forth. I'm not. And this is my vision, my perception, my opinion, and I could possibly be wrong about this, but I'm sure it's somewhere in the law. It's got to be. Because if that's the case, people just run around here charging people for something or just charging them for any type of service that don't even match what you're doing, so on and so forth. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So, in order to stay away from that, you have to do what's right, you know. Like I said, it had to be a foundation before, it had to be some type of foundation before it was an indictment before ever a title. And if it's not matching up, something is wrong with those reports. That's just like, I don't care. I just feel like everything has been trying to be patched up ever since this trial has been going on, from the stage police scene, you know, and ever since after that, when people had concerns about the 4-page report. Here go a big stack of reports that was supposedly had been passed down from different jurisdictions. Okay, that can go too, but if it was legit, like talking about, it should have been present there on that day that you had it, because it would have been that same report that Mr. Dennis had to relate to, whether he was there or not. He would have known about them big stack of papers, because he would have had to been somewhere in there. Same as the big case, the cooler of papers or whatever, just to show us, I guess, this has been thoroughly investigated, so on and so forth. But when you get up there and introduce all this is not going, and those papers don't make your story, your case legit for proper investigation, or how long you've been investigating. Because if people actually take times and go through them papers like Miss Merchant had on that day, okay, will it really make sense? Okay, either way it go, like I say, the indictment has to match the title. The title need to match the indictment at the end of the day. If not, you have a put together case and a narrative case that we can stage this as we go, period. Because it just, like I already said, people have already served time or serving time, period. Okay. Let me see what else going on. It's not within this and what was that evidence? What? He put on those black gloves and everything to touch it, just so he wouldn't mess up, I guess, the fingerprints on it. What was that? Some of the stuff I couldn't even just sit and watch. I couldn't sit and watch for a long time. Excuse me, I couldn't watch it because it's just so. It is what it is. I won't even say it, but what was that? What was that evidence? That was crazy. But before I even just focus on what the evidence was, because I could probably give an opinion on it like in no time. But the important thing is the indictment matching the title, and the title matching the indictment. Your introduction should most definitely consist of the foundation title, your intro, what you have. It's just no way that they could not be allowed to be out of context without some type of mistrial or some type of accountability at the end of the day, because you can tell. And for the judge, to just look over the stage crime scene and stuff that, they try to be slick with admitting that shouldn't have been admitted, so on and so forth. It furthermore proves that this is not a legit case at the end of the day, no matter how much patchwork they do and try to patch up and get away with at the end of the day. Either you did it right or you did it wrong, you know? So it's not fair for them to change the narrative as it goes. It's just not. Either what you presented, what you said you're charging these individuals for, are legit or they're not. So I don't know. I would be arguing up a storm or trying to find some case law or something because ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then I get up there and ask them questions like, good morning, Mr. So and so. Good morning. Did you tell me what it was like when you saw the sky? I walked outside. It was raining. It was raining. And what did that raindrop consist of? I'm not sure. I don't recall. What made you go outside? I had to go to work. And why would you go to work? I'm just sick of it. All of it is just out the door. And it just needs to be some type of limit on this going forward. I mean, I understand about foundation, but questions like that, when you supposedly have this really case that's just so important, you know what I mean? No, you want to get, I would get to the bottom of it, period. What made you listen to the call? And that one right there really exposed them right there. That one with the call really exposed them. Cause he said he wanted to use YSL as an enterprise, so it wouldn't look like any type of cover up for, whatever they was doing. But then when Mr. Williams had his interrogation going on, he told them, I did not even put him, he wasn't even with the company. I don't know, he could have just used my name. So what? That shouldn't even be legitimate right there. In your thorough investigation, at some point you should have had to rule that out, right? And if not, we don't need to know when you wrote, what kind of paper did you write on? And what was the purpose of you using a pen that you used? Come on, really? Okay. That's all I wanted to say. I hope all of you most definitely stay true and be true in all things. And just, like I say, stay focused, stay in your lane. If you are a creator, if you, whatever you do. And, the wicked is very mad because the Bussy and Dissy bells are constantly being pointed out for falsehood, so on and so forth. And so when it happens, sometimes they like to make people, suffer under that. And anyone that's not with them, they see fit for them to just pay some type of price because they are original, in what they do. And so with that being said, I just want to encourage you to stay true to what you do and just keep your focus, as you're creating, as you are becoming whatever you want, in life. Just make sure it's right. Just make it true. Make sure it's not oppressing or suppressing anyone in any way, shape, or form at the end of the day. And so, yeah, that's about all I had to say. The defense must definitely need to find some case law, and if you can't find any case law, which is just unfortunate, if you cannot, maybe if you have to go all the way through with this, it would be most definitely unfortunate, for for a case that was just thrown together. I think anyone can absolutely understand that at the end of the day, but some people don't know how to take a loss. They won't do it even when they know they're wrong. That's crazy. I give God glory. I ain't never been like that. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm say I'm wrong. I'm apologizing everything when I'm wrong. But all people not like that. They willing to go to the end of the road with that lie. Mm. Ain't no way you can go. But people do it all the time. That's how they want to be. They want to go all the way to the end of the road, and then they end up facing the same thing they wanted somebody else to face at the end of the day. Um, they ain't have no grace for somebody when they was going through knowing they was wrong for how they did it. But then when it came to them, you know. But hey, it is what it is at this time. I think that's where you have to be the bigger person in life to know just to when to stop the foolishness. Eliminate the retaliation, eliminate how good it feels to watch this person suffer or struggle, but do the right thing so it can change for the good and not change halfway where it's still some type of bussy and dussy going on. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't, then yeah, it's unfortunate. But I always say, bussy and dussy ain't nothing but things, anything that's covering a lie. Yeah, it's so much that I have seen unfold, and that's why for a while I had stopped singing music songs and everything because, you know, when the bussy and dissy flows and stuff, and you start looking at stuff, and it's just like, woo, I hate I like this song, but some songs just what they are, and for what they are, and I guess that's why I like so well. I don't know. I like good, good songs, good meaningful songs and stuff like that. But that's why I had stopped doing it at one point, cause that bus and this would be so potent. No sir, no parts, no parts. Don't come by here. Yeah. Say your prayers. Stay true in all you do. It's some crazy stuff going on, so you're gonna have to stay true and be real in all you do, and just watch your people that you have, that you say your people that's supposed to be close to you, because man, or just beware of people that just try to help you out for just to throw you into some stuff for the wrong reasons. You have to beware of people like that. I can just give an account of my own little stuff that I just went through recently, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it because it's not worked out. It's not fixed, and I don't believe in sharing stuff that you haven't got through yet, because that's not a real and to each his own. People do what they want to do. I'm talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that because I feel like when you give a pure, you know, um, testimony or a pure story, yeah, I feel like it should be in truth. At the end of the day, most definitely helping someone come out of a situation, or I'm not talking about the testimony on trial. I'm talking about a personal testimony. I'm testifying on behalf of what my introduction is about to say. At the end of the day, it's the same thing. But like I'm saying, I most definitely yeah, I believe in most definitely completing something before I just, you know, say what happened and stuff. I feel like you should just say it perfect and say it right at the end of the day. But like I say, to each his own. That has nothing to do with people recording a step by step, day by day progress. You, me. At the end of the day, respect it. And if you don't want to respect it, yay, you ain't got to deal with it at all. That's the whole thing right there. Um, That's how I felt when a bussy and this it was trying to bully me into doing stuff. And I'm like, what? Because who are you to tell me when to tell what's going on with me and my story? You better see yourself back in your lane and your lane only. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nobody that submit, promise you nothing, nothing. Uh-huh. Be the main ones with all the bullying. And like I say, when that bussy and dusty started to flow, start flying everywhere, truth come up, spray the air freshener. Now you see, now you ain't got caught doing something you wasn't supposed to do. Sit down. Good night. Say your prayers, stay true. Later.